Action. Alright, so welcome back to the We Don't Know podcast. We still don't know podcast.
We still don't know. But
You
we're
feel me?
locked in on a beautiful Tuesday afternoon,
Tuesday night, Tuesday evening.
Tuesday.
Yeah,
Scrolling on some CBD.
some CBD.
Some CBD up in there, baby. And it's CBD up.
But yeah, man. We in this bitch. Still not knowing.
Still don't know, man.
But today I had told the homie I wanted to talk about what is the Matrix and how can we identify it. So like, let's start with what is the Matrix, bro? Like, what you think, what would you define as the Matrix?
As soon as I seen your text was like the topic, I was personally like, damn, but I've never really looked at it or like any of this as a matrix. I've never really thought too deeply of the idea of a matrix.
Okay.
So I don't know what I could say to that, because I honestly never seen what I'm living as a matrix. But I do understand the concept of where they came from. You know what I'm saying? Like, what,
Okay. So what do you think that is? Where did it come from?
I think,
Like when niggas say Matrix, what are they referring to? Type shit.
I wonder. It's the question I have right now. Like the Matrix. Like, did people start? There was the movie, right? But was that movie like based off of a book or something?
I am not 100% sure.
See, that's what I'm not sure, because then that would mean they been had this idea of a Matrix. Because when I first think of Matrix, I think of the movie.
Right.
And like what the movie itself, like the kind of message it put to the people who watched it.
Right.
And like there's deeper shit going on to how we live.
Right. So in our reality, what would you like put the equal sign next to as this equals Matrix?
To me, let's see, like, to me, let me do me. Fucking paper and look up what the hell Matrix means.
Henry, we finna need the Google definition of Matrix.
Hell yeah, probably.
This like, shout out to my nigga Lean Fiend, you already know. Who behind the camera, who behind the lights, you already know.
Alright, so Matrix in the dictionary says an environment or material in which something develops, a surrounding, medium, or structure. Free choices become the matrix of human life. So that's the example they use it in.
Interesting.
Free choices become the matrix of human life. How do you take that as? How do you take that? Like, what do you get from that message?
From that, run it back, read it again.
Like, free choices become the matrix of human life.
Definitely. Because when my personal definition of the Matrix is, the systems and the institutions that are, currently at power, the reason, our world is, currently runs the way it runs. So that, to me, that's the Matrix. So I can see how, free choice, like somebody had to sit down and really, with their free choice among other somebodies, come up with this system, with these institutions of power, with these ideals, with these laws. You see what I'm saying? So that definitely makes sense to me when they're saying how do they rephrase it? Free choice what?
Free choices become the matrix of human life.
The Matrix. I don't know what they mean by that second piece, by becoming the Matrix, but I guess it's kind of saying the same thing, right? Because it's like a nigga's free choices, a nigga's actions, and a nigga's decisions have made human life what they are today. You see what I'm saying?
The way I take that statement, or the way they used it, for some reason I take it as they're saying we think we have free choice, so that's the matrix. That's not what me saying I'm agreeing with it. That's just what
you think what they saying.
That's what they're trying to say with that.
So we have no free choice because of the Matrix?
Essentially, because they're saying free choices become the matrix of human life. So free choice become the matrix, which means the matrix is free choices.
Nah, bro. I think what they saying is like the like a nigga will take an action. He'll make a choice, right? And whatever comes from that action or from that choice will be part of the matrix. Will become the matrix. So you see, like if a nigga decides to institutionalize and you know keep down minorities, that's what the matrix has become. To me personally, the matrix is just the system we live in. Like, you feel me? Like, we go to school, we have supermarkets, we have roads, we have a government, you know, we have homes, you know, we have addresses. Everything is broken up into a city, into a state, into a country, into a continent. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
I think that's the label. Then I guess that would be the label that I would put on whatever I see as life, because like I guess in my head I just see it as like, I think it's only a matrix if you don't know you're in the matrix.
I personally think it's a matrix regardless, because even if we know, we still gotta play it, right? Like it's not like knowing it is just gonna, just gonna like magically break us out of it, or just the knowledge of knowing that it exists or that being able to identify it isn't really gonna just help us just by doing it. Like there's another step we gotta take.
Yeah, that definitely.
And that kind of moves me to my second question: is like, how do we identify said matrix? And
That point you just said made a lot of sense.
what you mean?
Like you're saying, so even if you like don't see it as a matrix, like, or even if you know you're in the matrix, like that doesn't solve anything. 'Cause you still gotta play the game that I guess they have put out for us.
Definitely. So like let's like not be too broad with the matrix. Like, let's say right now a bunch of little east side niggas is listening to this, right? Or watching this. What would be your advice for like a young east side nigga listening to this and be like, what could he use to identify the matrix in his reality?
Well, I think I know what they need. You could not use, which in turn would help them start looking at what's really going on. Like something like
Side note, drink you some chlorophyll today.
sponsored. They gonna sponsor us.
Nah, what was you saying, gang?
I don't know what to say when it comes to what can they use, but I know what I know for sure what they cannot use, which will help them like open up their eyes to what's going on and like seeing things for what they really are. Doing your best, stay off social media if you don't really need it, because I think social media is really pulling people in closer to that thing that we're calling the matrix.
Okay, and how so?
Because it's literally, if you spend a good little, let's say a minimum of an hour on social media, which is honestly I think is really broad when it comes to like
These days.
Yeah, these days and shit. Huh?
You're right.
This shit?
Yeah.
To my right? Right here. You see my face and shit? Yeah.
They said you need to see that pretty face for the hoes.
Sure.
Fuck out of here.
What
What they can't use social media.
Social media, man. I say 1 hour of just hopping on all day. A good little portion of it maybe was like, say a rapper, somebody you follow that you look up to, like living a super lavish lifestyle. Say some badass hoes from the city or something that you just like, damn, that hoes is bad. I was also type even like things like fucking munchies, nigga. Fucking, you see munchies on there and be like, damn, I would love to eat that.
I'm dead as fuck.
But like these type of things are like what you're feeding your mind on a daily basis, right? And I don't know too many people that say read books on a daily, or like, you know, take walks out in nature on the daily, or exercise on the daily.
Just feed their mind on the
Yeah,
daily.
like do things other than get feeded. They feed themselves. The thing with social media does is it's feeding us like hardcore, like feeding us. And we're just like taking it in, but we don't take the time out to go and feed ourselves what we like really need. A little line from a book that you might read it and like, whoa, it might change your whole damn perspective on life. A little walk in nature, you might have a little thought out of nowhere and fucking epiphany. You're like, whoa, start realizing things really going on around you. Some exercise, man, get your health right instead of being on.
I like that point. I feel like that's the most important point that we should get out of this conversation of identifying the matrix, and that's realizing what is going on around you, because there is just so much delusion, so much like misunderstanding that's going on in our generation. And you know, people will look around them and they'll see houses, they'll see streets, they'll see supermarkets, you know, they'll see fast food places, and they won't understand like why that is there and why it's truly going on. And I feel like that's when it gets deep in the matrix. To me, the matrix is just a system, our reality that we live in. But the thing is that, you know, the human being is so powerful that we can change our reality, especially in big numbers. All it takes is action and organization. But we can't even do that if we're not in reality. And that's kind of what I see what you're saying with the social media, because the social media will really take you out of reality. You see what I'm saying? It'll have people stunting on there and they really broke, and they have, you know, young niggas believing that shit, young niggas following that shit, being misled. It'll have, you know, people who have DK super nice and happy lifestyles and they're really fucking depressed. And it's just because you can front, you could pick up your phone real quick and be like, I'm this, that, and the third, and then put it down, and who the fuck gonna check you? So it's like, I feel like that's really the most important point that we should pull from this whole conversation, is knowing what's around us and why it's around us. Understanding intent is very important, because I can kill you or bless you with the same action. You see what I'm saying? I could pass this CBD to my brother over here, and if I really want to help him, like, it's just going to be CBD. It's just going to be that. Or if let's say if I don't want to harm him, it'll just be that. But this same action of me, you know, passing the blunt, and let's say the blunt is laced or it got some shit that can kill him. You see what I'm saying? But it's the same action. But him understanding why I'm passing him the blunt, seeing my intent, seeing, you know, what my purpose is with doing that action, that shit could change up the whole game, and it could either literally leave him alive or dead. And you know, it's usually not that deep, like to life and death, but it can get that deep very quickly. And even if it's not that deep, you know, every single fucking time, the ways that, you know, not being able to realize why people are doing things, that shit eventually start adding up to a point where you just in a state of delusion. You're not understanding reality. You're not understanding where the fuck you, or what the fuck you're really doing, or why the fuck you're really doing it. So, regardless of what you're doing, it's like, there's certain things I don't want to come at because I do, like, this is going to be posted online and shit like that, but, let's say food in this country, right? We have supermarkets, we have fast food joints, we have this, that, and the third to get it fast. But all the nutrition we need is in nature. But we not slowing down enough to be like, why do they want me to go to this supermarket? Why are there so many fast food spots around me? And when you just slow down a little and ask yourself why.
You had just said something right before that. Good ass point.
What I say?
We was talking about. Damn, bro.
That CBD hitting. Nah,
We was
basically.
talking about the delusion.
Mm.
Right. So yeah, they'll get you to the point. They'll get you to the point where you'll be full of delusion and you'll totally forget about the power that you yourself have. Like say with that McDonald's, say fast food on the block, right? They say they push it so hard, you eat it, and then eventually you get a disease or something. And then now you're just like, you're mad at life. Like, wow. They got you delusion to think that like you're not supposed to go through anything.
Mm.
And then now you're mad at life. But you totally forgot about the fact that you had the power to avoid you getting to that point. That's where I think the mental slave part comes hard, because they'll push things on us so hard to the point where we won't realize we're slaves to it until it's too late. And then you're looking back like, why happened to me? But then you look back, you're like,
or they'll force us into things like, or push us, but like with consequence. Don't accept this and you can't feed your family, or you lose the way to feed your family, or you're canceled, or like whatever the fuck it may be. But it's like, you also got to look at certain situations. Like certain people just, like, they might not have a choice. Like they need to eat, so fast food is their only way. But it's like, why is this unhealthy food so cheap? But they got Whole Foods in the suburbs. You feel me? And that shit, and you also gotta look at where they putting it. Like, yeah, Whole Foods expensive and this, that, and the third, and they're like, oh, they don't put it in the hoods because they can't afford it, this, that, and that. I'm like, but first of all, why is the good shit expensive? First of all. And second of all, why is so much of the bad shit in the hoods so accessible? Because even in the suburbs, you not finna see a Whole Foods on every fucking block. You not.
they're like 15 minutes.
But niggas, stay in the hood, and all you gotta do is look down the street. You finna see 4, 5 of these motherfucking, a Burger King, a Bojangles, a McDonald's. You finna look this way, you finna see a Pizza Hut, a Chinese food spot, another McDonald's. What the fuck they need 2 McDonald's so close for? It's like,
And you know it's gonna be in the cut, or not even in the cut, but somewhere in between. ABC store.
in a smoke shop.
ABC store, a little smoke shop. It's funny though, because I just realized it right now when you're talking about like they got why everything is placed where it's placed. I'm like, yo, this nigga like on the pond and shit, right? They built like a gym, they didn't even build a gym, but they changed, like there used to be a Philo, right? And then it turned to a Harvey's again. And then now it's a gym. Like probably been like 2-3 years ago it's been a gym. Right? But it's a gym, and then you got fucking like everything else still around it. It's just like, I don't know damn where y'all trying to like not help them out, but like make it seem like I'm trying to help them out. Oh, we're gonna put a gym, but we're still gonna leave these temptations around for these.
Man, look, just ask yourself why. Truly start to understand your reality. Because once you do, you can start focusing on the important things. Like, you can start focusing on not letting, because don't get me wrong. Like, right now, we talking about a lot of negative shit of the system. But there is a lot of positive things to this system. And we just, the knowledge of the positive, powerful things isn't easily accessible to people like us. So, one, and two, the negative shit of the system is not only easily accessible for people like us, but it is pushed onto people like us. It comes with our lifestyle. So it's like, what was I saying before that? About but don't get me wrong, it's not all negative, but when you do start realizing the negative, you can start focusing on the positive. And how do you make that transition? In a way, simple shit. About Instagram. And
the thing is, it seems so simple, but I could definitely, actually, it's mind over matter, honestly. Cause
it is.
It could be as easy as delete it, get it off the phone, but I can definitely see, well, me myself, I'm the top person, I've definitely deleted Instagram off my shit, and then eventually, like, put it back on my phone. Like, they got the one thing, if anything, if y'all really want to see why it's so dangerous, why it's so, look up dopamine. It's like a dopamine addiction. They're pushing dopamine on so hard when it comes to Instagram and like apps like
with the
YouTube,
likes and shit.
Yeah, like Tinder is a crazy. Like they got Tinder on lock because of this right here. But it's another one that's like a lot of these things around us are dopamine. Like they push with dopamine, man, and we get hooked because we don't realize what we are ingesting and how it is affecting us. Dopamine is that feel-good chemical. And you just feel good when you get it right, but with overloads of it on a daily basis means you keep needing it and more and more and more. So we weren't meant to have all this dopamine directly coming to us like so hard throughout 24 hours a day. Maybe 18 years be sleeping and shit, right? But just think about the motherfuckers back then, like they would just live their life like literally here, like in the moment, in the fucking present day, and all that extra shit going on, right? Just imagine how much more productive your days can be without all those distractions. Actually putting work in out here in the real fucking world. But dopamine, let me give a quick summary on it. Dopamine, you get more dopamine every time you see something new. On Instagram, you're scrolling. Every time you see something new, right? So that's why you get caught scrolling. Sometimes you don't know why you just.
That ass, like, why you even on there?
Because your brain is just keep searching for that new post.
Mm-hmm.
Something different. And you keep whoop. Like sometimes recently I've dead has been catching myself hard. And I'm happy about it because I would be like, I just scroll through like 4 videos without even like watching them. Like, what am I searching for? Something good, right? But you're just searching till you find something that you like. But you don't realize how much time you just wasted. Scrolling. Porn addiction. That's how they get niggas. Nigga, you got a shitload of bitches, nigga. You can just bad bitch. Click. That's how they get niggas hooked on that shit as well.
Dead ass.
You get through one, oh fuck. I want a different one. Boom, another one. Like, you got tons of fucking content Content is it's crazy because content is what we're like making now and shit. But we're trying to make that good content for us. And hopefully I can come see it,
Yeah.
get something good out of it. And, you know,
I personally been wanting to start a podcast for a minute with the game, but it's like niggas really wanted to do some like funny shit, like, you know, like this and the third, and I'm like, that's cool, you know, and I still tell them to do that shit, and I support them 100%. But it's like, me personally, I want to have a serious, like, even if the talk is cool and whatever the fuck, but I want you, like, what's coming out my mouth or what you hearing right now, for it to be, you know, deep is kind of a dumbass word, but for it to make you think critically. You see what I'm saying? For you, when you put your phone or your iPad, your computer, whatever the fuck down, and you thinking about what coming out my head or coming out my mouth, it's making new ideas pop up in your head. You see what I'm saying? It's making you question other shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, once you start doing that, you can start focusing on what's important. Like, and how do you do? Fuck Instagram. Fuck the hoes. Fuck the temptations. Start questioning shit. Start fact checking shit. You see what I'm saying? Because not everything is bullshit. Not everything. But there is so much bullshit. And it's like, the people around you also have a big impact on it. Because if you around 10 motherfuckers who is steady talking about dumbass bullshit, you finna be the 11th motherfucker thinking about and talking about dumbass bullshit. But if you around 10 motherfuckers who, you know, got a fucking head on their shoulders, and they, you know, thinking maybe a little critical thought here and there, and that's sparking conversation, and that's sparking more knowledge and more curiosity and more niggas digging and looking into shit, and it's positively helping motherfuckers.
This is facts, man. I got a good ass example for it.
Go ahead.
I was at that gym yesterday, and I seen this nigga that I know from high school. Right? And in high school, bro was like, he was a skinny dude. He wasn't like built or nothing, right? Alright. And then I see him, and he's like, he's built. I'm like, oh damn, motherfucker, got built, right? But then look, like, I see him alone, right? But then like the next day, I see bro with like his group of people and shit. Bro, all the motherfuckers was built. And in my mind, I'm just like, makes sense. He got around people who like, knew what they were doing and what he wanted, who were doing things that he was interested in and things like that. And boom, look, now the motherfucker one of the big ones too. I'm just like, damn.
Don't underestimate your power. I'm saying the power of the people around you. But yeah, that's what. Then again, that's my personal opinion. You feel me? Like, you really gotta go in and figure shit out yourself. Of you know, cause I use the word matrix just because that's what's commonly known in our society. But in my opinion, the real word that should be used is system or society. You see what I'm saying? You know, because people like, oh, there's no matrix. They instantly start thinking about video games. They start thinking about, you know, computer programs, or that we're some fucking simulation or this, that, and the third. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. We're real physical fucking beings. We're really alive.
That's definitely the word I was looking for.
Systems, you feel me? Like, we're really alive and shit, but like, we still live in a system.
Like, everything around us is living in a system.
It's a controlled system.
A law system.
Dead ass. And I'm tired of hearing people say we need to change the system. The system is broken. The system is not broken. The system was specifically designed the way it is. You see what I'm saying? So, but the beautiful part is, it's not all negative. Again, it's not all negative. Just like there's the negative shit and there's the shit that can hold you down, the system itself gives you keys to uplift yourself, to get yourself out that situation. You just gotta be You just gotta want it enough. And especially in this day of age of the internet, like we don't, none of us got no excuse. Nobody in this country has no excuse. Like, get on the internet. You want to know some shit?
Unless you ain't got Wi-Fi.
Man, library, free Wi-Fi. Walk your ass over there. Fucking, if you watching this, you got Wi-Fi some fucking way.
No, if you watching this, then you definitely ain't got no excuse.
Man.
Because there's people out there who probably just never heard that. You know what I'm saying? Never heard that kind of talk.
Dead ass.
And they just need that to hear it, and then boom, it sparks something in them.
But that's literally the beautiful thing about the internet, though. It's like, you just want to go learn something. I promise you that you, like, you don't even got to go learn something like specifically like, oh, I want to go learn about this. Like, hop on the internet and don't get on no dumbass blog sites or nothing. Go to National Geographic or something, like some shit like that. You feel me? And you gonna learn some shit that you ain't even know fucking existed. And that might lead to another thing, and boom, 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 boom. But stop with the bullshit. The bullshit is what's killing us.
Follow your interest, man. You really wanna break through the system. You gotta follow the things you truly enjoy, and like find peace. Yeah. Not just pleasure, but actual peace. Because there's a lot of things you might like, and they might bring you pleasure, and they might not bring you peace.
Mm-hmm.
And you're gonna want the ones that bring you peace. Like, keep going for those things, man. Don't let the system push you away from like going for those true heartfelt like passions that you have. That's what really gonna keep you alive and keep you going. Like, if you actually got something that you really look forward to doing every day. Say you got a shitty job right now, it's cool, but get home after your job, put in work for those things you truly like, things you truly enjoy in life.
What are ways that you think that people are like commonly getting played by the system that they might just not see? In like try to answer this like on like something that's like really common. So somebody would be like, they would hear you say this and be like, oh shit, like that's happened in my life, like maybe I could do something about that.
I don't know, but the first thing that came into my mind was we work Monday through Friday, but Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, like those days, clubs be pushing hardcore, because they know once you're like done through with your work week, if you're like, say, caught up in the world, one of the most likely things you're gonna want to do is go turn up.
Right.
So like, clubs up more hardcore, and those days especially. This is like, this keeps more distractions. You know what I'm saying?
So to play devil's advocate right quick, somebody that's watching this might say, well, I worked all week, I want to go have fun. Why is that negative?
It's not negative. I mean, that's what I'm saying. If you want to go have fun right now, and go have fun, spend some bread, a good amount of bread. Hopefully you don't, hopefully you save some bucks. You get through the night and don't spend money. But typically, motherfuckers you go out, you're gonna spend at least 50 maybe to 100 around there. At least. I know motherfuckers probably waste more. But like, you do that.
If you balling on the budget.
Yeah, balling on the budget. Depends what kind of job you got to, I guess. If you balling and shit. But
True.
There's motherfuckers out here really you got a shitty job, okay, now you want to go have fun, but that shitty job probably ain't paying you what you truly deserve on the inside. So why would you give yourself that fun if you know you ain't doing enough to deserve it? The physical work they making us do is fucking rough and shit, but we're doing it for someone else, we're working for someone else, and then we want to go have fun. You better put in some work on yourself, into you, put in a good amount of work, and then one day, I did a good little progress, I'm finna do whatever and shit, right? But At least you ain't gotta look back and be like, damn, I gotta work on fucking Monday. Because you decided to keep turning up after a fucking shitty week at work. That's a shitty job.
No cut, man.
And all these things I'm saying, honestly, they come from like personal experiences, you know, like they try to downplay nobody, honestly. Cause but I don't club like that. But I definitely when I have, and then I'm like, damn, honestly, did I really have fun? Like, it don't be fun to me the next day. Things when I do, like, say, like, things that I actually worked through, you know, like a little trip or something, I can look back on and be like, okay, that was actually fun. I actually can remember that and shit like that, too, you know. We was actually out in the sun and shit like that, but, you know, you at the clubs, nighttime, shit, it's cool and all in the moment.
Different.
And the next day is like...
But, nigga, even on that trip, bro, like, niggas spent less than niggas would spend at the club on the weekend.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's really about how you move, nigga. Because it's like if you at them clubs, nigga, like you still gotta go back to work, right? So
Partying in Charlotte, partying in the stands, in the same damn city, you spend a good bread.
and your time getting spent up, nigga.
You paying the city that just took taxes out of your damn check. You're like, come on, man.
Use your time better.
Yeah, and the main thing, use your money better. You want to spend your money on. Use it better though. Go do some cool things, you know. The clubs are played out, in my opinion. I go every once in a while get some booty action, you know.
Shit.
Some fucking twerk.
Yeah. The only reason I would see clubbing as negative is just because of the how you saying the effects, like the effects that niggas don't see. And that goes back to, you know, truly understanding your surroundings and your reality. You feel me? If you're in a position that you don't like and you're already spending all week at work, and then your time is also being consumed, your free time, having fun, like where is the time to improve and to get yourself out of said situation, you know? And that's how I feel like our generation got a lot of problems, honestly. But I feel like, especially with that manifestation shit, niggas these days, like you're not just finna even if you pray or use whatever the fuck you do, like you still gotta put in the work, the physical fucking work. Like you gotta get off your ass, organize shit, make shit happen. So if you don't got no time, when you finna make shit happen is what I'm saying. Like
your ass be saying, you gotta give God something to bless.
Amen. You gotta give God something to bless, nigga. Like that shit just not finna come by his fucking self.
Yeah, so that's something I definitely come across a lot of people. Maybe just don't have a strong. I believe in God, like, so I think when I come across people who critique, and not all people like I don't believe in God like that. Well, that's one of the things I hear a lot. Like, I pray believe in good, but it doesn't work like that. I mean, like you really gotta.
Not even in nature it works like that. You feel me? You just don't throw a seed and you have a big ass tree. Shit take its time. You gotta, you feel me? If you don't feed that motherfucker, that shit gonna die. You feel me? If another something else come and kill it, that shit finna die. Like, you gotta be, that shit every day. You gotta be taking care of whatever your seed is, whatever your plant is, whatever it is you trying to grow. For real.
Any small distraction can lead to a real good back. I'll tell you that person. I've had good little runs in my personal life, like good little runs of like, yo, I'm straight, hey. Then one day, like I said, a nigga has a setback. because of one small distraction he gave in. That setback can set you back a good amount of time.
I'm talking to the young niggas right now, man. The top two shit that finna fucking have you fucked up out here, bro, in a situation you don't want to be, is the streets and a woman.
The hoes.
Specifically the hoes. Stay away from them, bro. They don't got nothing but pussy to offer.
There's good women out there. Don't get me wrong. But if you young,
We talking about the hoes right now. We talking about the hoes.
Yeah, you young right now. You're still in school and shit. You young. Focus on those dreams that you really got. Cause I know every single one of y'all motherfucking middle schoolers or whoever it might be, like a little young and watching. You got a dream, cause shit. Me deep down, like I think up to like maybe like freshman year, maybe I still had a strong belief in me that I could become a fucking super famous soccer player. Like I had it strong in me. I let it go and shit, man. Like the hood and shit, whatever. Like a lot of distractions and shit. Like, but I had a strong like little belief in me that I could be this crazy soccer player. I would see it in everything. Focus on those type of things, man. The things that you know truly make you happy and that you really believe in. Like there's gonna be a lot of people that come into your life, but there's gonna be a lot of people that go as well. A lot of people that come to teach you lessons. You're gonna have to be real trucha on how to differentiate who's really good for you and who's not, and be like quick to really analyze it and realize it. Because the longer you don't know, the longer you taking to be what you really gotta go.
Something I just thought of, bro. Like speaking on matrix and systems. If you in middle school or in high school right now watching this shit, there's no reason you should be right there, bro. I don't know how your situation is, but if you got to, go get some bread yourself, or if your peoples got you like that, ask your peoples for some bread, right? Get out of school and buy you a homeschool Penn Foster course. Alright, Penn Foster, PENNFOSTER, Penn Foster. Google it. Once you do this, you gonna buy like what? If you in 8th grade, going to 9th grade, you gonna have to buy 4 years or whatever the fuck, right? Don't even worry about the books or nothing. Penn Foster, the way they work is, you can pass your classes as long as you do their quizzes. So if you just, and the quizzes is on Google, bro. And mind you, if you go into high school, you is not about to learn nothing fucking new in high school. The whole thing about high school is the experience, the fucking system. You feel me? The whole point of school is to teach you how to be in society, in the system. Teach you how to obey rules, how to listen to people above you, this, that, and the third. Don't go around disrespecting nobody. Respect motherfuckers for sure, you know. But just go to Penn Foster, nigga. Google them fucking tests. Get your high school diploma and go get you some money, bro. I did my whole senior year in fucking 2 months. I put my little cousin on that shit during COVID. He was a freshman. He wasn't really fucking with the in and out, the hybrid shit. He said, fuck it. That nigga did that shit in a year, 4 years. He did it in 1 fucking year. And now he already on his firefighter shit. He like already in the engine shit, in the truck and shit. This little nigga not even fucking 18 yet. You see what I'm saying? He already on what he need to be on real life shit. Like, stop wasting time, bro. Penn Foster, nigga, that shit ain't nothing, bro. And you just dead ass, bro.
And if you ain't
boom,
still
boom, boom.
in fucking school, stop eating them damn burgers that they be giving you. I've had good ass burgers out here. I've really look back and I'm like, yo, them things just not working. Whatever the fuck they was, I don't know what they was, but they didn't taste nothing like a real ass burger. Careful with that school lunch, man.
Man, there's just so many little keys. That's what I'm saying, man. The system will give you the fucking keys itself. It'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna step on you and shit on you and not give you the knowledge. But if you really want it bad enough, you can find it. You can make it happen. You feel me? You gotta be. You gotta use your best organ. You find that bitch? And you have to slap that bitch on the screen. It depends on how much years you buying.
A rack is each year?
I don't know. I only bought 1 year and it was like $500-$600, I think. And niggas got that shit done, man. And the thing is, bro, you probably finna spend you probably finna spend that shit in a year anyway, bro.
This just says high school diploma. All it says is high school diploma for a rack.
For a rack.
That's not bad. If you really like looking at the big broad picture. You know what money is? Money is time. Yo, you would buy a shitload of time.
That's what I'm saying, bro. If I knew about that shit, I would have did that shit as soon as I got out of elementary. I would have did that shit. I would have bought up my little 7 years. Boom. And I mean, North Carolina, you don't gotta do that shit no more. It's like that project at the end to graduate. They took that shit off, but it's like I didn't have to do that shit.
The graduation project?
Yeah, and at the time they hadn't taken it off yet, and I didn't do it, and I still got my diploma. Yeah, but that shit, man. That shit in Turning Point is really how I graduated high school. I don't really know how I graduated, but
Turning Point the reason I got into high school. I was there like 8th grade. I ended the year at Turning Point. So I was like, you know what? I think they do that with everybody or some shit. Unless you want 80. I mean, unless you multiple years or something. But I think at the end of the year they just like, alright, send your ass back
to school.
To your regular school so you can start off the next year and shit.
That's not how they was doing it when I was there.
What you mean?
Like when I was there, it's like they gave you sentences like days, and then it's like if you they had like specific release dates, and then it's like when if let's say like the last day of school, you had like 1 day left. You had like 1 day left on your sentence. You would have to like the first release date isn't like till the first quarter.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So you would have to be there for that 1 day, a whole fucking quarter. Either that or just not go to school, but you wouldn't be able to go back to your regular shit.
I remember that shit, man. Cause niggas would look forward to it, right? They'd be like, bro, you would wait for that day and you'd be like, alright, can't wait to hear my name, boy.
Niggas got release dates and shit, man. That shit crazy. That shit literally
bus ride
chill.
home, nigga. That bus ride home, you be happy as hell. You know, it'd be the first ride throughout your whole sentence that you actually ride back home smiling.
You be like, I ain't never gonna see y'all niggas again. See them niggas next year.
Turning was an experience. I definitely would love to talk about
shit.
that for a whole nother. You gonna say that one for that day.
Turning Point.
For like a month.
Yeah, Turning Point, that shit was rough.
I went to when it was Right Choices boot camp, and then like years later, they changed to Turning Point for some reason. I don't know what. It ended up being. The thing is, Turning Point, bro. I remember Turning Point was always there, but it was only for like high schoolers, I believe. And then like, cause I remember Right Choices at one time I had a bus, and then when they dropped one of the motherfuckers off, like at Turning Point, but it was a whole different school.
What it look like?
I don't know, bro, like fucking Great Layer School and shit. I don't even remember like what area.
The Turning Point I went to was like a old elementary school.
You went in high school, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like when I was.
But I was in there with middle schoolers. But they was on like some camper shit.
2014, I think they had already switched it. Like I had one when it was like 2012, and that's when they had like turned like a whole different school.
Maybe. So they had 3 of them motherfuckers?
Like they had Right Choices boot camp, and then they had like also another building for Turning Point. But then, like years later, Turning Point just ended up going, taking over like Right Choices and just became Turning Point. The
Interesting.
whole damn thing.
Hey yo, if Ms. Nevins, I don't know if she's still there, but if Ms. Nevins there, yo, I hope if you watching this, Ms. Nevins, bro, you still there? Shout out to you, bro.
I think the only feature you know remember is Miss Austin. She was chubby white lady with glasses. And she had a husband that worked there as well, which is funny. I was like, I never seen a married couple work at the same school. They were both teachers. He would both teach shit from the students like hardcore. Cause they was just like, they didn't give off that like, my class kind of energy. They was just like, you know what I'm saying? So like they literally made her cry once, man. I was like, yeah, I just fucked up.
Yo, them teachers there they gotta be able to what's it called, sustain all
I
type
hope
of
they
shit.
get paid better than a regular ass teacher. I mean, that's all I hope. If
And-
they don't, then I don't know what the fuck it is. Anything you can about it there, man.
Nah, it definitely better be getting some type of special benefits or something.
Yeah, they do shit, man. Them motherfuckers be wild. Scrap their teachers. Wow, they'll scrap it there. They'll get at it, get into it with the damn lunch lady. Like, damn, bro. I remember the first time I went there was in sixth grade, but a short ass motherfucker tried my ass, nigga. That shit was funny as hell. I was like, what the fuck, nigga? Like, this motherfucker is short as hell. I was like, niggas out here really got attitude. Like, I don't know. But it was lunch and shit. I heard him when I looked back. It was a short ass dude. I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, wait for this shit. It wasn't.
That shit. Man, let's wrap this bitch up, man. But yeah, this has been the unofficial second episode of We Don't Know Yet. Or what we call it?
We don't know.
We still don't know.
Still don't know.
That's what I think it's gonna be called. We still don't
Still
know.
don't know.
But shit, if you watching, appreciate. Shout out my nigga O'Neal. Shout out my nigga Lean Fiend. Hey yo, that nigga Henny the Kid is a bitch. That nigga was supposed to be on here and he left to see his grandma. Nah, I'm playing. Nah, I'm playing. Shout out my nigga Henny the Kid. Shout out his grandma too, man.
Shout out his grandma. Shout out his grandma. What's her name?
Oh no, nigga. Shout out Henny the Kid, the grandma.
Shout out Grandma Lulu.
But yeah. Shit, nigga, let's wrap this bitch up then. Appreciate y'all niggas for watching. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything else.
Shout out, oh yeah, let me, thank y'all for tuning in, for letting us speak to y'all for a second and shit, you know, listening to us talk, smoking with us, cause I hope you're smoking with us, a little blunt as well.
CBD.
I mean, yeah, some CBD, of course, some CBD up in there, but I hope y'all were enjoying it. Y'all maybe got a little to your minds and had like some thoughts like, what the fuck?
No, that ass. I'm glad you said that because I actually do got something to say. But yeah, if you are watching this, I hope that like this video it ain't nothing like crazy. It's just like what's it called? It's seeds. I hope you can pick up a few, plant them in your head, but you're responsible for growing them. You feel me? This ain't nothing but seeds.
Yeah, man. Yeah, appreciate y'all.
Shit. Dude, we still don't know.
We still don't know. Down there, records represent Chivo in the building, Homie in the building, Henry in the building. A little short staff today, but it's alright.
Larry.
We'll have everybody else in the soon, or maybe it'll be two other motherfuckers next time. We don't know.
We don't know, man. We still don't know yet. Okay,
I think that's what we're gonna stick with. I think that's what we're gonna stick with.
Yeah.